So I think it's just sort of a welcome back, or coming back from commercial, although I'm pretty sure we are voiced live, so they're hearing all this anyway.
Well, I know they're hearing us already, but I think we're still waiting for one of the racers to get live. So with that, I'm just going to say, welcome back, everybody, to our second and final race of the doubleheader on JLo's channel. For those of you who just joined us, Miria Chan was defeated this time. RC Drone was the winner of that race. So that means he's moving on to the next round to face off against Zhou Main Lin. So now in this race, we've got the number 11 seed Digshake against the number 33 seed Czardia. And the winner is going to be playing against When Chuck Attacks, but the loser is going to unfortunately be eliminated in this tournament. So I think what we've learned from this last race, TGE, is that weapons are definitely a big thing against Wizrobe rooms.
Weapons are a big thing in general.
Oh, absolutely. But as we saw in that last race, having that magical sword in that split level 5, because level 5, as you know, is one of those split dungeons. Having a magical sword in level 5 it definitely can help you there, especially in one of those Wizrobe dungeons. So I'll be interested to see what kind of shenanigans are going to be pulled on this seed against these two players.
Well, we did have the infamous dungeon under the lake scenario in the last race, so it'd be interesting to see if that shows up again, because of course there's only one spot in the overworld of Hyrule that of course requires a recorder to get into.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I must say the blue Wizrobes must have gotten paid extra for this seed because, man, they were ruthless. I mean, Wizrobes to begin with are pretty mean anyways, but they were like octuply mean this time.
Well, I saw it in a chat, and I have to agree. I think it was AA who said it, but the 6 blue Wizrobe encounter, probably the worst encounter in the game, bar none, especially for guaranteed for non-boss monsters, but just in general, 6 blue Wizrobes, not fun.
Especially when you have to clear them all just to make any progress in a level. And when they keep bodying you and zapping you, and you have to start all over again every time, the time adds up and the frustration just builds up. So yeah, never any fun to see blue Wizrobes in a required room.
It's never any fun to see blue Wizrobes in a non-required room.
At least you can make a play for it and get the heck out of Dodge. But when you're in a room full of blue Wizrobes and you have to defeat them all, yeah, that is very not so fun.
Yeah, no, never fun. Of course, it's always worse when you have to fight, kind of like the rooms in Vanilla 5 in the normal game, where you have you can skip through one of the 2 Darknut rooms, blue Darknut rooms with a ladder clip. Try imagine having back-to-back blue Wizrobe rooms doing that, where you couldn't skip it with a ladder clip. Ugh.
Yeah, because I know when I've seen a lot of vanilla Zelda 1 speed runs, that blue Darknut room in level 5 tends to kill a lot of runs for good reason. They take away 2 hearts. They require a lot of hits. If you don't bomb them correctly, your run is done.
Yeah, well, that's why we give in that room that nickname, the Room of Requirement.
Ah, yes, and it's a good name to be sure.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about the blue Wizrobes here is, while we're waiting for Czardia, if we can bring up what's going to be happening, coming up with the Elite 8 flags, which we will be seeing an Elite 8 race shortly coming up. So the flags in the top 8 from both the winners and losers brackets, they're going to change ever so slightly. By ever so slightly, I mean a lot. There are 4 big changes that come with the tournament flags when we get into those top 8 matches. Now, what they are going to be is, the first thing is that the start screen is going to be shuffled. No longer will you be guaranteed to start on the screen you normally started. You can start on any screen in Hyrule. Number 2, the white sword will be shuffled into the mix of items. So the white sword item could be any of the items you could find in a dungeon. It could be the silver arrows, it could be the magical key, etc., etc. The third things is that enemy HP is going to be shuffled. So that's going to be a plus or minus 4 HP shuffle. So you can have anywhere from 0 to 8 hit point red Wizrobes and anywhere from 5 to 14 hit point blue Wizrobes. The fourth one is that dungeon rooms will be shuffled. The actual layout of the dungeons will remain the same, so they'll retain their shapes. But you could find, for example, Ganon's Skull room in level 1 or Zelda's room in level 3. So those are something just to keep your eyes on coming up a little bit later in the tournament.
And that's going to make things more difficult for us commentators discovering what dungeons they find early on, because we'll see the rooms that we'll normally say, and we'll be like, hey, it's this level. Guess again.
Yeah, but that's something we can discuss when we actually get to the Elite Eight. I just wanted to give you people a heads up about that. So if you come across one of the Elite Eight matches in both the upper and lower brackets, and you're like, wait a second, this red Wizrobe normally takes 4 wood sword hits. Why is it only taking 2? Well, that's why.
Yeah, in fact, the earliest one that we've got scheduled right now on the docket for an Elite Eight match, that is going to be the one on Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 Central. That is the Saver Dr. Jason Kimball match. That is going to be our first Elite Eight match where we're going to see those tournament flags. So it should be a lot of fun.
It will be there, and if the schedule holds out, you'll be hearing my lovely dulcet tones on the call for that matchup. So that may have been a little bit of shameless self-promotion.
And nothing wrong with that. So it looks like both racers are now live. So in just a few minutes, we are going to have the race beginning for both of these players. Again, this is the Digshake Czardia race.
Yep, and the big thing to point out here initially is that both of our runners are opting to use the swap starting tunic color option. You have Digshake going with the pink option, and Czardia going with this sort of black and red, evil Diablo demon-like option.
Yeah, very interesting sprites we see for Link on both sides. So a little bit of jazzing up to, spice things up. I like them both.
I do too. And do keep in mind, everybody, that the schedule for the next couple of weeks is very, very, very limited. Because you have to remember that starting at the end of next week is SGDQ. And during the SGDQ time period, the requirements for races is going to be suspended. So there might be very, very few races in this tournament all during that week.
Yes, indeed. So, yep, you want to give everybody who is not only involved in the Zelda 1 randomizer tournament a chance if they're also going to be attending SGDQ. Yeah, you want to give them plenty of time in advance, to get everything set up, give them a little bit of a break, give them whatever time they need to get set up after they've returned from SGDQ. So, yeah, I think it's a very generous thing on the part of the tournament director here. So, yeah, there might be a lot of scattering between races between now SGDQ and afterwards. So, but yes, please do continue to check that schedule for when all the upcoming races are going to be during this tournament.
And keep in mind that not all of the runners involved in this tournament are necessarily going to be at SGDQ. So if you've been doing what we've been telling you to do and following all the runners as you watch them, one of them is bound to be live during SGDQ, because I guarantee not all 54 races in this tournament, plus your friendly neighborhood commentators, we're not all going to SGDQ.
Yeah, I probably would have went if not for certain things that happened to me earlier this year, but that's another story for another stream. The race is now starting.
And we've got an early level here on both sides. Not quite sure what this is, although with that room there, that corridor room there, that narrows it down to 2 dungeons. We're either in level 1 or level 7. Those are the only 2 dungeons in the game that have that room without a staircase in it.
And how are we for time?
While we are waiting to get our time sync, I do want to point out that both runners have already found a pointy stick here. So the wooden sword being found in the candle shop to the northwest of start. So this is going to be a very interesting seed now that both of them have the sword, and both of them appear to be taking the same path to start with.
That is going to be very big for both of these. So Now they can explore the dungeons at their own free will, provided that they're not key or ladder blocked or any other kind of block.
Okay, so while we've got our time sinks now, that is a very, very expensive shop you're seeing. 254 rupee blue ring, 180 rupee shield, and 27 rupee bombs. This is the potential to be one of those 1% seeds. You know, the ones where only the 1% can afford everything.
Ah, yes, indeed. The good old 1%. Yep. We all know that feeling. So, yep. This could be another one of those seeds where rupees come into play. But it's all going to go coming down to how much are those secrets going to be worth, TGE?
I don't know, but we've got to find another dungeon here already. So that's 2 in the early going. This has the potential of being level 4, just from where we're starting here. But without seeing a candle, we can't know for sure. Let's see what's going on here. Nope, not 4, because there's the fireballs here. Is this 8? No, it's 6. Okay, that's 6.
All right. I'm going to need another time check. I had some buffering on one of the sides.
So we have found the staircase. Both runners are actually in the same room right now. So this is really interesting. Diverging paths from this room with Digshake opting to go up and Czardia opting to go to the right. But the one piece of information that both of our runners do know now is the fact that they are looking for the corridor staircase here in level 6.
Yes, indeed. So this is going to be one of at least 2 levels where an item is going to be in the corridor staircase. The other one, of course, being in level 3. Both of them giving each other high fives. They're in the same rooms. Well, no, they're not in the same rooms anymore. We've got a Dodongo sighting here on Czardia's side of the board. Going to try and do that trick to get some extra bombs, but this Dodongo does not want to cooperate.
When did Dodongos ever want to cooperate?
Well, usually they do cooperate from what I've seen for most of the races. Oh, he's going to kill him the conventional way. Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to leave him with no bombs to traverse the rest of this dungeon.
Yeah, I wonder if he knows about the trick. I would imagine that Czardia would know about the trick, but yeah, you got to get those bombs from the Dodongos because you never know when you're going to find the next set of bombs.
Yeah, he absolutely knows the trick there. Just got severely unlucky with the with the Dodongo there. Deciding was hungry.
Yeah, that very well could be. So
Now,
I guess you were right.
Yeah. Now that key room there being very pain, you see the key just sitting out in the open. That seems to me, without the candle, like it's going to be the square river room, which is why you see them being able to walk all the way around, but not actually get to the key.
And it looks like that Digshake is getting out of there. It looks like he can't do anything else in that level.
No, you've got them backwards. That's Czardia who has left the level, and Digshake is still in it.
Ah, yes.
No big deal. I've done that before too, but we do have a potion shop there directly north of 6. So if 6 turns out to be continuing to be trolly, although it doesn't look like it will be with the rope set there is a nice easy access potion shop.
Ah, you're right. Thank you very much for helping me correct that, Rick. Or not Rick. Now I'm doing everything wrong, TGE. I can tell it's getting late.
Ooh, look at that. Digshake does find the Triforce there in 6 in the room directly above where he started. So he has the potential of not having to have to go back into 6 for an item. He could always have to go back later. And because it is, of course, a rope set, it will be easier to delve into. But right now, that definitely is a little bit of an advantage for Dig to have the Triforce there.
Absolutely right. And by the way, TG, thank you very much for letting me know. I did have my screens in reverse. So there is a small rupee secret pickup for Czardia worth 13, which is worth more than a normal 10 you'd find in vanilla Zelda. But the big question I have is how much is that big secret going to be worth? Because we've seen a lot of small, big secrets as of late. So we'll see if we can finally find a big, big secret.
Czardia finally getting a bomb drop there and finding another potion shop there in the southwestern corner of the map. Now let's see what's in the very far southwest. And a money-making game.
28 rupees. Let's see if he plays. He's going to play. Oh, jackpot! 59 rupees picked up by Czardia. Great gamble.
Absolutely gigantically huge gamble there. That's going to allow him to pick up potentially some arrows or bait early.
And not many people play the money-making game. Czardia chose to do so this time, and it paid dividends for him. Well done.
And look at that. He saved, and now he has the option, potential to abuse this money-making game right at the start because he did use the save option, opting to not. And I don't disagree with that, but if money ever becomes an issue in this seed, because there's one right at start now, you could potentially see runners abuse the save and retry mechanic in the game to get rupees.
I've seen that happen in one race already because money-making game was at the start cave. Now let's see if Digshake is going to try his luck. No, he's not.
No, but I agree with Czardia here going back into this dungeon, which we're not sure if it's 1 or 7 yet because he does have the one bomb to bomb up in this room. And this room is going to be guaranteed to have a drop because there's only 2 such rooms like this in the game, and both of them are guaranteed to have a drop.
He's going to bomb to the north, and something happens. So, is this level 1?
This definitely looks like it could potentially be level 1 here. But the big thing of note here is that he is bomb blocked out of this room. So Czardia is going to have to get some bombs from these Gibdos or those orange dark nuts to continue on.
But since this room is also full of bubbles, this is not going to be an easy deal here. Got to be careful here. Only has 2.5 hearts to work with.
Yep, and getting confirmation from the chat, based on the location of where the key dropped in the Aquamentus room, this is in fact level 1.
All right, so they're going to be looking for 2 items here in level 1. One of them is going to be on the ground. Now, it might just be on the ground in plain sight. You may have to full clear a room to get the item, or the item might be consumed within an enemy, and you can just grab it right there as well. So the other item they're going to be looking for is going to be in the diamond-shaped staircase.
But oh, look at that. Look at the Armos item in the Lost Hills. Digshake finding the magic key.
Boy, what a find there for Digshake. So now keys no longer going to be a problem for the rest of this game.
Yeah, the reason that's a huge find is twofold. One, of course, not going to have to worry about searching for keys because you're going to have all the keys you want. But 2, over half the drops you're going to see in dungeons are going to be keys. So anytime Digshake sees a key in a room, he doesn't have to go and get it. He can just motor on through the dungeon, find the item, find the Triforce, and get out.
And that's going to save him quite a bit of time. So, yeah, very nice find there for Digshake. Digshake finds a secret, but I don't know how much it was worth because I'm seeing some more buffering, so we'll find out later.
Yeah, I unfortunately had the same issue there, so that I think came from Digshake's side of things, not the internet.
That was on his side of the team.
All right, so by the looks of his rupee total, I think it was a medium secret, but I don't know how much it's worth.
But unfortunately, you saw Czardia have to do no bomb out of 1 because he ran out of bombs. And now he's going to check the Manila level 1 location and find a bonus cave.
Excellent. So let's see if he goes for the candle. He sure does. Smart play there for Czardia.
100% agree there because candle is a huge thing. And the earlier you get the candle, the more options you open yourself up to.
And it looks like we're getting indication from the chat that the medium secrets were 37. Let's see if this is a medium secret. 34 rupees. So 34 rupees is how much the medium secret is worth this time around. So that is a little bit above what you might find in Vanilla Zelda, the normal 30. So good money on the small and medium, but can we get good money on the large? Well, speaking of money, going to spend some money to buy some wooden arrows. Another great purchase there for Digshake.
Yeah, buying the wooden arrows early is definitely a good option here because if you happen to find the bow, it gives you the great option to have a 2 hit point option for damage. We also found level 9 here, but the other thing, of course, is because the game knows, you know what's going to happen. As soon as you buy wooden arrows, you find silver ones.
Absolutely. That's just how the game works. Interesting to see now. I don't know if yes, I think Czardia was the one that did get the candle, but there was one funny thing I did notice. Yep, he's got the candle. One funny thing I did notice, the price of keys and shields are exactly the same, 93 rupees. So Somebody's got their price tags a little bit out of whack, in my opinion.
This is what happens when you trust the overnight help to price things.
Yeah, level 9 has been found on the almost on the very edge of the northeastern side of Hyrule. It's one screen to the left of it. Ooh, finds a penalty. I'm the king of the world, but that king is going to take away 18 rupees.
Dig now going into one, which is definitely a good play because he has more bombs than Czardia did coming in, so he can definitely make his way through here and see what he can find. Because 2 items, as you mentioned, so hopefully we can find a couple of good items. He's already found a great one to start, as that early any key is huge.
Absolutely right. So now let's see if he's able to find the 2 items. Czardia gonna bomb that rock here, and that's where the Take Any Road is.
Oh, this is nice, actually. Having an anywhere that leads up to Death Mountain is very nice, because especially with the bomb toll that Czardia has right now, he can get a lot of Death Mountain exploration out of the way. And look at this. We've got a dungeon.
Yep, and this could potentially be level 8.
Definitely getting the feeling that it definitely has the potential of being a level 8. I believe level 8's the only one that can have that setup there. 7 could potentially have it too.
Yeah, we're getting our map maker here is going to put level 8 on there for now. There's a good chance it's level 8, but we'll find out for sure once more progress is made in that dungeon.
I'm not convinced.
I've heard that one before. Gee, I wonder which other map maker has the same mindset of not being convinced about level 8. I wonder.
Oh, that room right above the Gibdo Dark Nut room there in level 1 is an NSU room full of blue Dark Nuts. Ew!
Dark Nuts are difficult to begin with, but when they're in the NSU room, you can get cornered so easily, and when that happens, rip. And now we can confirm that this is indeed level 8 since there are 4 rooms in that row.
Still not convinced, though.
I see you've taken a page out of the playbook of one of our own re-streamers, so good on you, TGE.
Czardia, good boy, Czardia. Look what we found in level 1, and Czardia opting to take it. Good man!
Lord Banana sighting in level 8. Czardia's going to go ahead and pick it up. Not a bad pickup, in my opinion, this early in the race. Takes care of these pieces. It can stun lock your enemies, and you can pick up items with it without spending any rupees if you use, if you did have a bow and arrow.
Digshake now getting himself a candle from level 1, the same spot that Czardia did, so now he can begin the conflagration of Hyrule.
Yep. So we'll see where he's going to go now, and continuing level 8 is Czardia. He's got one of the items down, just needs to find one more item and the Triforce. He's going to take care of this Aquamentus first. A lot of fireballs in this room, so nice kill there, but nothing to show for it. There's no drop.
That's... And going through these fireball rooms with only 3 hearts, very, very difficult. Because you're not only having to avoid the enemies there, but having to avoid the fireballs as well. And getting a not-so-timely clock there as it's the last rope in the room before he gets it.
Gets a 5 rupee out of it. He's got 98 rupees and now finds even more ropes. Oh, ropes. Why did it have to be ropes? Fortunately, it does provide him a key, so he'll take that and go back and explore another part of level 8.
Finding a compass there is huge for Czardia because level 8 is fairly large in its construction, not nearly as large as level 7, but still knowing where to go to get your Triforce is always a nice thing. So at this point, he's still going to be searching for the second item, but once he finds that, knowing where he has to go to get the Triforce is going to be nice.
And we find Aquamentus' brother, and this time he's going to have to kill it because the shutter door is guarded by it, and a heart pickup has been found by Digshake in that bonus cave. That'll give him 4 hearts and a 1 in 3 chance of finding or picking up the white sword if he can find it.
Czardia putting Lord Banana to good use here to stun these Stalfos in the spiral staircase room.
Let's see what's behind that spiral staircase. Nope, it's not the item. It'll just take him to another part of the dungeon and another 34 rupee pickup for Digshake.
And like we were talking about before, there's another clock just right on time when you don't need it.
Because the game knows, I'm telling you what, it's happening all over again. Just like I said in the first race, doing that Dos Equis commercial. Don't always get a clock, but when I do, it's always after I've killed the last enemy in a room. That's just the way it works in this game. What are you going to do?
Digshake going to happen upon the level that you seem to be convinced is level 8, but I'm still not convinced. But again, we are going to see the high five here as both runners in the same dungeon.
Even with this Gliok room where these Moldorms are, you're still not convinced that this is level 8?
Ah, it could be level 4. There's a Gliok room in level 4.
Yeah, but there's no plus. There's no plus at the beginning. There's no way it could be level 4 if it goes north, south, east, west to begin the dungeon. It can't possibly be level 4. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to pull off the same trick I pulled off with somebody else. I think I might have told this to perhaps Jam Evil. I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, this is level 10.
Well, either way, we have lots of ropes there. The one good thing about finding rope dungeons is ropes tend to drop lots and lots of rupees. So even if the large secret isn't something overly great here, as you can see by Czardia's side of the screen, money isn't going to be too hard to come by, at least leading 8 because of the nature of ropes.
He's already up to 135 rupees, so yeah, he's picked up a lot of money in this dungeon. When you don't have bow and arrows yet, you can keep that money, and if you see a lot of those ropes, yeah, you can build up that count really fast. Now we find the corridor staircase here in level 8, and we may very well see that second item, and it is the wand. Not a bad find here in level 8.
No, especially early because the wand is going to double the attack capacity because the wand is going to do 2 hit points of damage, similar to the white sword. And the other thing about the wand is even when you're not at full health, the wand is guaranteed to be a ranged attack. And conveniently enough, it was in the Triforce room.
Yeah, that is an amazing room to find everything in. So mission accomplished here for Czardia. Picks up the Triforce in level 8, so they both have 1 Triforce piece to their name. So he can move on to another dungeon. Oh, but before he's able to leave Spectacle Rock, getting a little bit of a parting sword shot by that Lionel.
Now, I do see the chat referencing the colors of dungeons here, and both runners are, in fact, on the same seed. The color differentials is simply because of the capture, the brightness, darkness contrasts that your runners are using. So they are, in fact, in the same dungeon, but the colors are going to seem different because of the contrast settings.
We have just discovered a little bit of a missed opportunity on Czardia's side as Digshake has found a bomb upgrade shop. It is worth a monstrous 118 rupees. That's the cost. He could have given him anywhere between 2 and 6 bombs. Unfortunately for Digshake, he can't afford that. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, unfortunately for Czardia, coming across the white sword with only having 3 hearts, so he can't actually pick it up. The other big thing is it's up here in Death Mountain, and it doesn't look like there's another reason he's going to have to come back to find it.
Yeah, I mean, at least he knows where the white sword is, but yeah, not in the best of locations. However, he did find a bonus cave. He can go ahead and pick up that heart container, and now he could make an attempt at white sword. He'll have a 33% chance of doing so. Again, in a Zelda 1 randomizer tournament race, you're going to need anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts to pick up that white sword. He's going to go for it right now, and let's see if it pays off. Here it comes.
Nope.
Ah, too bad. So we now know that 4 hearts isn't enough. They're going to need either 5 hearts or 6 hearts. So now we know that on Digshake's side, he's got a 50% chance of picking up the white sword if he finds it.
But I 100% agree with going back to check that, considering how close you were. And yes, it was only a 33% chance, but hey, if he gets that with both the white sword and the wand, his attack power is gigantic there.
Absolutely. Another medium secret find for Czardia. He's got 169 rupees. Finds another secret behind that Armo statue to Czardia. Let's see how much this one's worth. Another 34 rupees. That'll put him over 200.
So that's a very, very convenient spot for the fourth any road to be there for Czardia, because it's going to bring him down to Candle Row, which he can now proceed to start his burning of.
Not only that, it'll give him a little bit less of a travel time to get to White Sword if he decides to go back there again.
Yep, and opting to up A out of the I'm the King of the World message so he can keep his rupees. And now this is going to be very interesting. Good call from Czardia here. I'm going to opt to save. So what he's going to do here is he's going to go back, burn that bush again, get the 3 hints, then hit the retry button so we can save his rupees.
I love this move. This is an awesome move. Yep. Even though the hints are cheap, gonna go ahead, purchase these hints. Unfortunately, the first one is not a helpful hint. It's a community hint. But after he purchases these hints, he can go ahead and up in a reset. Now, Manheadlaw threatens with the ladder. So, ooh, what a huge hint. He now knows that the ladder is in level 3.
Yeah, that's a definite huge find there. Now knowing as soon as he finds level 3, he'll have access to the step ladder, which is gigantic.
Yep, so if he is able to find level 3 and he finds it much quicker than Digshake does, yeah, he could be off to a lead here. Finding another secret is Czardia. Let's see what this is worth. Another 34 rupees, and there's a Triforce pickup for Digshake. He had also picked up the magical wand. So I believe that is going to do it for him in level 8.
And this is interesting now with Czardia because he's only 17 rupees away from being able to purchase a blue ring.
However, little do I know, Digshake didn't discover the Lord Banana in level 8, so he's opting to make a play back into level 8.
And there's the second heart container grab for Czardia here. So now he also has a 50% chance of picking up the white sword.
He has found Lord Banana has Digshake, but he opts not to pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the reaction there. He was very upset that he spent that time going back into 9 for a boomerang.
Well, at least he didn't
lose upset about it, but
well, at least he didn't lose too much time because Lord Banana was right there. So if anything, he only lost a little bit of time. But yeah, disappointed that the other item level 8 is of no use to him.
And I believe we have found level 3 over on Czardia's side. If we have, that's huge because this is the ladder.
Yeah, unbelievable. So yeah, if he was lucky enough to find level 3 right there, yep, when he finds that corridor staircase, level 3, you'll have that ladder, and that is really going to help him out.
And a nice early Triforce find there as well for Czardia. So all he's now digging for is going to be that corridor stair.
And now we're going to find out on Digshake's side if he can pick up the white sword. Oh no! 6 heart requirement for white sword.
That's always tough. But again, the good thing that we know here is that one of the any roads is going to take us fairly close to this. So as soon as Dig finds his 6th heart, he'll be back for that, guaranteed.
Yep, so he doesn't know, but it would behoove Czardia to find that heart container here in level 3, because if he picks it up, he'll be guaranteed the white sword, and yep, we'll see what happens. Which order is going to come first, the heart container or the staircase? Ooh, there's a clock here in the Wallmaster room. Normally a clock's a good item to have, but in this case, you don't want to pick up the clock because, especially in this room, you have to defeat all the Wallmasters to open the shutter doors. If you pick up the clock before you've defeated all of the Wallmasters, you can't progress into that any further, and you're stuck.
Yeah, and the other good thing about that room there is you saw it was Wallmasters and Bubbles. But that normally would be a big deal, but because Czardia had the wand, he could take all the hits from Bubbles he wants, because the Bubbles only affect your sword hand, not your wand hand.
Yep, very important to know that. So, we see some bombs consumed by those Stelphos here. Goes ahead and picks it up. He already had the full complement, but he's not worried at this point, and he finds another key. He's already up to 9 keys.
Yep. Digshake can do the same thing that we saw Czardia doing there with the hints. And of course, with Czardia having 9 keys, we know the any key is the Armos item, so which means he's going to stumble across it fairly soon.
Of course, because usually you find that any key when you have a dozen keys, because again, the game knows.
Now, this is going to be interesting for Czardia because he has enough money to buy the blue ring, but opts to get the bomb upgrade instead, which is going to give him a 5 bomb increase. So I like that play there.
Yep, could have gone either way. He opts to buy the expensive bomb upgrade, but yep, it turns out to be a very good purchase, giving him an extra 5 bombs, and there is that corridor staircase, and he's going to see the good news. There's the ladder.
And back to the bomb upgrade, the reason I like that play there from Czardia is because we have yet to see any of the large secrets here in the game. So it could be could potentially be one large secret away from having enough money for a blue ring again. So buying the bomb upgrade there when it's right in front of you, 100% agree with that being the right move.
Yep, definitely. Neither of them, again, have discovered that large secret. Now, going to make his way towards the end of this level, going back to where the Triforce was, and that'll be mission accomplished for him. But if he does go back to try and pick up that white sword, he is going to see the bad news.
At this point, if I'm Czardia, I don't go back to the white sword until I guarantee myself the 6 hearts. I'm not going to go back there for a chance. I'm going to go back there for a guarantee.
Yeah, good call there, TGE. There is that Triforce pickup for Czardia. That gives him 2 Triforce pieces as well.
And there's one of the large secrets I was talking about. Slightly lower than what you would see in a normal Zelda seed, but still 93 rupees, nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, definitely a lot better than the one we saw in the last race. It was like 70-something. He's going to have to pay some of those rupees right there as he found a door repair penalty.
And we have another dungeon here. Czardia finding all kinds of dungeons.
And Digshake finding another bonus cave, picking up the heart container. And what level do we have here?
Looks like 4.
All right, he's in level 4, which means he is going to be looking for a double block room like this, but only one of the 2 double block rooms in level 4 is the item room. The other one does nothing.
That's another clock in a Wallmaster room from Czardia, but again, making great use of the wand here to be able to kill those Wallmasters from afar, and does in fact find the item room.
What do we have behind that staircase? It's the power bracelet.
It's not a bad item to find there because it's going to give him access to being able to check those 4 spots off of his list, but definitely not what he was hoping to find.
Yeah, it's something that it's like, it's an alright item, but I was hoping for something else. But it's something you definitely should pick up because you never know if any of these dungeons are going to be power bracelet required. And oh shoot! You know, speaking of oh shoot, I don't think we discovered. Did we discover that on Czardia's side? Because I don't recall seeing it.
No, we did not, because he bought the bomb upgrade here and then went to the right and up before he went down. So he did not, in fact, discover the shoot room because he didn't need to.
Yep. But does pick up the bomb upgrade, does Digshake does. So now both of them have the 13 rupees, or not 13 rupees, but 13 bombs as their maximum bomb complement.
Now, I want to point out something real quick here, because going through level 4, there are only 2 rooms that contain drops in them. One of them is that room you just saw Czardia pass through with the Dig Dogger in it. So if we don't find the Triforce here, there is the potential for a recorder being required simply to get the Triforce out of 4.
Yeah, and that could be very huge later on. Whoever could find that recorder first. If, of course, it's the requirement. Look at this!
More clocks in Wallmaster rooms for Czardia.
Boy, my goodness gracious, how many more clocks can we possibly see in Wallmaster rooms in this seed? My gosh! Ooh, Digshake finds the heart container that Czardia didn't find, but Czardia does find the Triforce in level 4, so his mission is now accomplished. However, keep in mind, he still has only 5 hearts.
And as we saw in the previous race, heart containers and the ability to get the magic sword ended up being a huge thing.
Yes, indeed, because you never know which levels are going to trip you up. We're just about ready to find out what the coastal item is going to be that's ladder block. They both have the ladder, so they can pick it up if it's something nice. Now, with 247 rupees, yep, good idea on Czardia's part. Doesn't need to pick that up. He could save it for later. It is the red candle, and he's going to have to take it, which I think is a good call at this point. You might as well take it since it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely, he's right here. There's no reason to not take it. It is an upgrade from what you have already, so it's not one of those things you'd come back for necessarily if you didn't have the ladder, but since you're right here, you might as well take it.
And just in case you miss on that aim, you don't want to lose time that you shouldn't be losing, so yeah, why not? Because, of course, red candle allows you to shoot multiple flames on the screen, so I think that's a good pickup. And speaking of good pickups, he's just purchased the wooden arrows, has Czardia. Who finds the other hint shop. Opts to purchase some hints there. The first one does him no good. He's going to go for the second one. Digshake has picked up the Triforce in 3. Ooh, the second one's another community hint, and he says no mas.
Yeah, it's going to be disheartening to get to that level of rupees and then have them stolen away from you by the fact that we here in the Zelda 1 community are a bunch of thankless trolls.
Absolutely, but that's just the nature. That's part of the gamble you take when purchasing hints. When losing more rupees to that door repair charge behind that Armo statue. How can you get a door behind an Armo statue?
Well, I mean, in theory, the Armo statue could be standing on a trapdoor, and then when it moves off, the weight of it stepping could break the door. So in theory, that's how you can get the door repair.
Yep, very good answer there, TGE. Well played. And the large secret has been discovered by Digshake, and another secret has been discovered by Czardia. 155 rupees he's got.
And that was the secret he left on the coast when he had the rupees earlier, right before he got the red candle.
Ooh, the magical sword has been discovered by Czardia. It is behind the Armo statue right here. Digshake is in level 4 now. He too discovers the power bracelet, goes ahead and picks it up. So now all he's got to do is go back, find that Triforce piece, and he can go on to the next level. Again, we never know if that power bracelet's required because right now we have not discovered levels 2, 5, and 7 yet.
What we have discovered is another bonus cave for Czardia, which is going to now guarantee him the white sword when he gets around to going to find it again.
Yeah, they both have enough hearts to pick it up. I would assume, will pick it up when they have the opportunity and when they're in that part of Hyrule. What if Zelda was a grill? What kind of grill would she be, TGE?
Am I going to get in trouble if I say a hot one?
No, because I was going to say a George Foreman, so...
So what, Zelda knocks out the fat? Is that because, you can play as Zelda and kill Ganon?
Yes, absolutely right. You just nailed it, TGE. Bonus points for you.
Woohoo!
Going to check the power bracelet spot right here in northeastern Hyrule and finds the letter. So if you want to buy some potions, you're going to need that power bracelet. Of course, you can always pick up a potion in any of the bonus caves you find. And now the magical key has been discovered. He's going to go back so he can have a more easier chance against these Armo statues. But that is a very nice find. He's happy about that.
And all the key woes that we have been talking about in level 9s are not going to be a factor here in this race. Now, at this point, level 9 is probably going to be decided by bombs.
Zardia going ahead and buying the 55 rupee meat. Not a bad purchase because you just never know if you're going to run into a bait blocked area. You never know. And another secret discovered here by Czardia, going to give him another 34 rupees. But he's kind of been going on a shopping spree. He's back to 122 rupees. Again, he could have had that blue ring if he had that blue ring shop. We'll see if the defense comes into play because we do not know where that red ring is, and we have seen where defense can come into play in a dungeon, especially level 9. Digshake is discovering that the candle is the ladder item, and he's not going to take it. He's decided not worth it for him.
And well, Digshake has played this game a whole lot, and he's used to going through the game with only the blue candle. So I can understand where he's coming from, but it's right there. I would be taking it just because it gives you a chance to easily kill wall masters, easily deal with things in bubble rooms, play the knockback games with Gibdo. So I would have taken it.
Yeah, definitely. However, red candle, sometimes it's one of those items where the later you find it in the seed, the less value it has. And given that we're 37 minutes into it, he figured that it's not worth it at this point. If it's something you find really early, yeah, definitely go get it. And speaking of go getting it, level 9 has been discovered by Czardia.
Wait. Wasn't 9 in that same spot last seed? No. It was a different seed I was watching. Never mind.
No. I think it was because Digshake had discovered it first. Now Czardia knows where it is.
Is that what it was? These races all tend to blend together at this point. I've seen so many of them.
Yep, I hear you there, TGE. All 3 of those hints, by the way, all 3 of those in the troll, in that hint cave, all 3 hints were trolls, so Czardia made the right decision not to purchase that 3rd hint. So, because Digshake's all the way down to 30 rupees now.
Ugh, that's never good.
Czardia opting to show the letter right now. I think it's too early to show the letter here, because every time you find a potion shop, you're going to have to go through that text each time. Oh, speaking of potions, Digshake is going to go ahead and pick the red potion over the heart container. So I think that's a good move because, hey, that means you don't have to find that letter. You don't have to show the letter to anybody. You don't have to buy potions. So some people might question it this early, but I don't. I think it's a good move.
I tend to agree, especially because the skill level of a player like Digshake, he's used to running games like this. He's used to, dealing with things on lower hearts. He's been running Randomizer for a while. So by picking up the potion there, it guarantees that he has the option of it for level 9. And he's probably going to find at least a couple more hearts scattered throughout dungeons.
Just as he buys that potion, now he has discovered the letter, and he's going to leave it behind. And given that he's already got a red potion, I don't blame him. So Digshake is going to head for Vanilla White Sword here. We've not discovered the area here yet. What does he find? Another money-making game with 30 rupees. He is choosing to play, but he's going to lose 14 rupees. Too bad. If he'd have picked the one on the left, he would have gotten 59 rupees.
Czardia here back over in the graveyard section, so that means he can make the play for the white sword where he knows he is guaranteed to get it now at 6 hearts.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty nice because that'll double his attack power, and if he were to get to level 9, again, it would only require 8 hits instead of the massive 16 hits.
Yes, J-Man in the chat. They both have visited the graveyard. In fact, that's the general area where you see Czardia right now.
Czardia is going to check the power bracelet spot, and Digshake is also going to pick up that white sword. And power bracelet required for this seed.
Gotta love it when those items are required here. And this looks as if it could be level 5 here.
Yep, it very well might be. The NSU room, I think there's a good chance this might be level 5.
Wow, look at all of the wall masters. At this point, the game is trying to get really, really handy here with Czardia, and Czardia's just taking it like a champ.
And look at this, another clock in a wall master's room.
You got to be kidding me right now on all this.
I got a bad feeling about level 7, though, because I do not think we've seen a Wizrobe Pancake dungeon yet, which means we're bound to see one sooner or later. Look at that triple fairy, and even more clocks.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble on level 7, but I think we've just found it with Digshake, and it looks like it's Dark Nuts.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, I gotta believe level 2 is gonna be a Pancake Wizrobe dungeon, and if it's not, wow. The odds, TGE.
Well, I don't necessarily know the odds here, but I should make some sort of numbers joke, but I just don't have one. I can't calculate it.
That's all right. So, yeah, if this is indeed level 7, he's going to be looking for one of the items, and, of course, level 7 being 33 rooms of pure torture. There's the reverse C room.
So that confirms we're in 7.
May see that. Absolutely. So we may see the item behind that staircase, because he's going to have to get rid of these blue dark nuts first before he's going to have to take a shot at it. And they're going to take away 2 hearts. He's got to be careful. He's down to 3.5.
So we got both runners here in staircase rooms. Czardia in the room in 5, and that's going to get him a staircase to deeper in the dungeon to opt to not take that. You see Digshake, you see him firing off some wand shots as he's stabbing at these dark nuts. Now what he's doing here is he's doing a trick where he's tapping both the A and B buttons on the same frame. And what that allows him to do is to swing both the wand and the sword at the same time. By doing so, it's going to allow him to get the damage from both the wand and the sword. So the white sword deals 2 hit points, the wand deals 2 hit points. By swinging them both, you get 4 hit points of damage, which is equivalent to a magic sword.
And it's also extremely useful against Patras. A much easier triple bar room this time than we saw in the last seed. Just some keys. Rick just made an interesting point that 1 through 8 is guaranteed to have at least 2 Gorilla sets, 2 Dark Nut sets, and 1 Wizrobe set. And the other 3 could have a combination of any of the 3. So there could be as many as 4 Wizrobe sets, 5 Gorilla sets, 5 Dark Nut sets. So based on that information, level 2, if I am correct, is going to be a Pancake Wizrobe seed.
It is. Now, this is a great find for Digshake over at 70. He's found the Triforce, so he's not going to go back into 7 to find an item unless he has to. And speaking of item finding, we've got a hint there for Czardia that's telling us the red ring is you need to step over the water to reach the red ring. Now, what that tells us is because there are no ladder blocks in dungeons 1, 2, and 3, it tells us the red ring is hidden in either 4 or deeper. We, of course, know it can't be in level 4 because the power bracelet was there. And speaking of things, that's a super early Triforce in level 2 that Digshake has just found.
And confirmed Wizrobes and Pancakes here in level 2. So now, not picking up the item in level 7, there is that chance he could have passed up red ring. So we'll see if it comes into play or not. Gorilla grumbles with the recorder. So now we know that the item in level 7 is the recorder.
So unless we are Dig Dogger blocked somewhere, then we know that Digshake made the right decision in not delving deeper into 7.
I'm sorry, TGE. I will be right back in a minute. My pen just burst. I'll be back.
All right, not a problem. So while we wait for Lost to get back here, we have got both runners traversing through dungeons right now. Digshake currently sitting in level 2, the Moon, where he is going to be looking for an item drop on the ground. Meanwhile, there's your first meanwhile here. We have Goma Creeps by a Lake. We knew that in 5. We have got, again, back in level 5, we have got Czardia searching for the Diamond Staircase room, because he's already found the single block room, and the other 2 staircase rooms in 5 are, of course, the Diamond rooms.
All right, I am back. I've got a new pen here, so now I can take notes properly. So have we discovered the item in level 2 yet?
We have not, to my knowledge, but then again, I was doing double duty here. We did find out that Goma creeps by a lake. We knew that already.
Yep, some old news, and boy, oh boy, he's going to have to deal with these orange land molas here. Going to just bomb his way out. Finds a useless key in this spike trap room. Yeah, no ink was splattered in it. What happened was the end of the pen snapped off, so now I can't do any writing. And here's the item discovery in level 5. It's the red ring. Huge!
So the hint for the red ring was in the dungeon with the red ring.
Fred!
But red ring's not normally in 5, so we can't Fred that one, can we?
Well, no, but I'm going to do it anyway because the hint's in the same dungeon. How can the hint be in the same dungeon? It should never be in the same dungeon. You got to work for it.
And look what we're going to have to kill to get the Triforce here in 5 for Czardia. More Wall Masters in before clock.
Oh, for once there's no clock. Instead, he's going to go ahead and pick up that Triforce, so it's mission accomplished for Czardia. And with that red ring, his defense is going to go up dramatically. The damage he's going to take gets reduced down to 1/4.
And interesting what you saw Digshake doing there. He was entering and leaving and re-entering this the rooms there in 2. What he was doing that for is to control the spawns in the rooms, because every room has a set of spawns, and this enemy spawn in order. So by entering and exiting the room, he was guaranteeing himself to fight one less Wizrobe every time, because the likes were the primary enemy in that spawn.
Ooh, and here we go with Czardia back into this level here. That's level 2 as well. No, it's not.
Oh, he's in 7, the one that reminds you of the old Virtual Boy.
Oh, yes, the Virtual Boy was in level 7. Level 7 wasn't that long. That's why I'm like, wait, what level is this again?
Yeah, this here in 7, we know the recorder is in here. Well, Czardia knows the recorder is in here. We know the recorder is in here. We also know that Digshake noped on out of there, and he is going to be getting sniped by Wizrobes here, so that's not fun.
No, it is not. Man, oh man, I don't care what level it is. It is never fun to see Wizrobes and pancakes in a room where your maneuverability is quite limited.
Yeah, but keep in mind, it's not just that room. That could be that there's a couple of other rooms here that Digshake has found. So let's hope that he doesn't have to kill too many more Wizrobe rooms to find the item he's looking for. And let's hope that when he finds it, it's actually something worth killing those Wizrobes for, like, you know, a bow or silver arrows, and not something like the blue boomerang.
Absolutely, yep. So it's looking like the heart container that we saw in level 2 is the actual heart container. We have still not found the item, but if we do find another heart container, then we definitely can confirm that the heart container was the item in level 2.
Did you just go John Madden on me right there?
Yes, I did. Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we were on the same page. Okay.
You know, I once did a John Madden imitation on my stream. It wasn't a very good one, and I do have it highlighted.
Gosh.
That's another story.
Interesting call here by Czardia, opting to not take the staircase, and is immediately rewarded by getting the heart container in the Aquamentus room, which is interesting because that's the drop normally in that room, Fred. And remember that potion Digshake got earlier? Well, he had to use one of it here to kill the Wizrobes here in this room, so now he's hoping and praying that whatever he gets out of this room is worth it.
Yeah, Digshake can't be happy about the fact that he had to use his red Kool-Aid right there, because now he's down to just one potion, and you never know, he just may need it later on, particularly in level 9.
The other thing I find interesting here is, remember we were talking about the silver arrows blending into one last race we had? The blue Wizrobes are blending into 2 with this background.
Wouldn't it be something if the silver arrows were the drop in this room, in this Elsa dungeon yet again?
Not Digshake getting trolled. This is the grid room with no drop. So he's going to have to do the exact same thing he just did a second time.
That is just so trolling. That is super frustrating. This is one of the worst level 2s you'll ever see, bar none.
Yep. Czardia picking up the Triforce in 7, and he knows he doesn't have to dig for the item because he got the hint about it being the recorder. So now he is also going to be making his way into level 2. So let's see if he has any better luck here with having access to the red ring.
Absolutely. Red ring is going to make this considerably easier than it is going to be for Digshake, but he's almost done with this. Just one blue wizard left and one pancake left. But still has to deal with that god-awful bubble.
And 5 rupees. So that means Digshake is going to have to make his way continuing up here to figure out what he's missed.
Ouch, man. This level 2 proving to be a doozy.
Looks like he's going to have to be dealing with that. Remember that room at the very, very top that had the 6 blue whiz ropes?
Let me guess. He's going to have to kill all 6 wizards to find out what that item is.
Yep. But the good thing for him is he does have 13 bombs to play with.
Oh, but he's going to be down to 4 hearts, 2 hearts, as these wizards saying, I don't care how many bombs you have, we're going to be a menace to you.
But I just want a hug, Dig. That's all I want.
Oh, come on. Please, TGE. Nobody wants a wizard hug. I'd rather have a hug from Zelda. Oh! And gets dealt another hug, and that's going to do it for Digshake.
Yeah, that's a pretty evil room. Now, if I'm Dig here, I take the Triforce, and I come back later, because you know where the item drop is, or you take the Triforce for healing. Those are really the only 2 options here, but I would be noping coming back later if I have to. But that's just me. I don't want to deal with this crap.
And, yep, he is getting out of dodge. No more level 2 for him. So now, Czardia is going to have the advantage, or maybe disadvantage, of figuring out what that item is going to be in level 2.
Well, having the red ring here definitely helps him.
Absolutely right. So we're going to find out in just a moment the item that Digshake was not able to get here in level 2. And yes, if that item in level 2 happens to be scrap metal or something not worth the while, it is going to be the correct move for Digshake.
Yeah, we still have bow to look for. We still have silver arrows to look for. I mean, technically, we still haven't explored all of one either, so both of those could technically be in there.
That is correct. In fact, I don't think we know any of the items in level 1 yet.
Not according to my notes.
Mine either. Not a good spawn pattern from those wizards there, so he is going to make another pass at it. Ooh, getting zapped by those wizards, and they're not treating him very kindly either, but with these bombs, he's just going to spam the bombs in hopes that he gets rid of them. Down to 3, 2 wizards now. Down to 1 now, still has 3 hearts left. Oh, can you believe it? It's the ball!
Digshake making the right call there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The good thing, though, is that it was quick work of level 2 for Czardia, so he'll go ahead and pick up the Triforce. He's done with that. So Digshake, now the 64,000 rupee question is, though, TGE, if it gets down to the fact that he's got all 8 Triforce pieces and he still hasn't found the silver arrows, what will Digshake be thinking at that point?
Go back into 6 and search there first.
What if he's already searched through 6?
Then he's going to go back into 2. Unfortunately, have to fight 6 wizards for a book and then bang his face on the desk because he has to go search through 14 staircases and 9 for silver arrows.
This is going to be quite interesting, that's for sure. And Rick has asked for an item list. I will go ahead and provide that right now. Here are the items that we have found so far in this particular seed. We don't know either of the 2 items in level 1. Level 2, which we just saw, was the book. Level 3 was the ladder. Level 4 was the power bracelet. Level 5 was the red ring. We do not know the item in level 6. Level 7 was the recorder. two items in level 8 were Lord Banana and the Magical Wand, and the Armos item was the Magical Key, and the red candle was the Ladder on the Coast item. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, 64,000 rupee question, I am not referencing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm actually referencing an old classic game show that was around before any of us were born, known as the $64,000 question, which was a very big money quiz show back in the 1950s.
Wasn't that the basis of the movie quiz show?
Actually, that would be the game show 21, hosted by Jack Barry.
Oh, look at that. Gibdo guards the bow.
Nice find there for Digshake. So the bow is the item on the ground in level 1. So now we're going to find out what the item behind the diamond staircase is. And wouldn't it be something if it was the silver arrows?
It would be amazing. And Czardia went back into 6 real quick and grabbed the Triforce. So he's just going to go. He's actually going to go back in and dig for the item. I don't necessarily disagree with this, just because he does have, red ring, and it's a fairly easy enemy set to handle. I just don't know if this is going to cost him or not.
Well, we'll find out depending on what the second item is in level 1. If it's not the silver arrows, then yes, it is going to be worth his while to go back into level 6. We'll find out. It's the inferior model and makes the wise decision of not picking it up. So now it's one of two situations here. Either the silver... What?
Silver is guaranteed to be in 9 now because we can guarantee the item in 6 is the Wrath. We haven't found it yet.
Oh, very good point. Yes. So, Wild Goose Chase, here we come.
Yeah, this guarantees that the silver arrows and heart container are the 2 items in 9.
Yeah, we haven't seen any races like this so far this weekend, but with the silver arrows being in level 9 is going to be the great equalizer. And now that factor that I was just mentioning to you about for Digshake is now going to come into play, that gamble.
He's definitely going to have to go back into 2 first, because he is not going to take the chance of silvers being in 9 when he still has the option of them being in 2. I know it's a 6 Wizrobe room, but he's more than likely going to have to. If he takes the gamble of them being in 9, it's an extremely, extremely risky play. The correct one, but an extremely risky one.
Yep, I agree, because we have seen some races lost so far in this tournament where they made that gamble thinking that the silver would be in level 9 when in fact they were not. A few people in the chat think he's going to take the gamble. I guess we will find out.
I'm trying to figure out what Czardia is doing here. I think he forgot where level 1 was.
Uh-oh. If that's the case, he is not going to be in very good shape.
Yeah, because he's found everything else, but he got 7 out of Triforces. He's missing the one in level 9.
Yeah, the saver metrics, as I like to call it, the saver metrics of playing the percentages of taking the 66% odds of gambling, of not going back into levels and hoping that the silver arrows are in level 9. At least that's what I've been calling it.
Or maybe he was just looking for a potion shop there. That could have been what he was looking for now, but I'm not sure what he's doing.
And according to the indicator, he didn't pick up the Triforce in level 6?
No, he just picked up the Triforce in level 6.
It's not lit up.
He forgot one. Yeah, he just went back in and got it right before he got the Raft.
Huh. Well, we find a huge secret behind the Take Any Road Power Bracelet spot. So that is going to give him 209 rupees. So he can go on a shopping spree for some things. Obviously doesn't need the blue ring, but he could buy a lot of other things with the 209.
Yeah, Dig's definitely going to be hunting throughout 5 here, because he's in here and he doesn't, again, have the silver arrow, so he's going to be hunting through a 5. He's going to be rewarded with the red ring, although not necessarily what he was looking for, what he will be looking for, I should say, but definitely something he'll be happy to find.
Yes, indeed. Level 5, yep. If he does find that item, yep, he will be ecstatic to find it because his defense will be raised tremendously. Again, and that will help him in level 9, and especially given the fact we know that silver arrows have to be found on level 9, that's going to help him out a lot. He has found the compass,
which is good, but he's still gonna wait around and look for the item here in 5. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Right? Because you got to have the silver arrows.
Czardia is going to 9? I think what's going on here?
I have no idea at all what he's thinking. He's either gotten lost or something got mismarked. I have no clue at all. So now we can confirm on his indicators. He's only missing 2 Triforce pieces, the one in level 1 and the one in level 7.
No, he has got the one in level 7. He did grab that. He didn't bother looking around for the item because he got the hint about it being the recorder. The only one he's missing is level 1, and I don't know why he's not going into 1 because it's right there on the start screen.
Yeah, I'm shocked about this as well. Ooh, he might buy this magical shield with the 191 rupees he's got, but opts not to.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy there because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's just forgotten where level 1 is, and this is going to cost him because going into 1, he has to know, because he's cleared through all the other dungeons, he has to know the bow is in level 1.
Absolutely right. So, yeah, he is losing time right here, and I know that the silver arrows have to be found in level 9, but if he loses too much time hunting for level 1, it could cost him the race.
And we've seen this happen before to people where they've forgotten about a dungeon location and they've spent copious amounts of time wandering through the overworld of Hyrule trying to find it.
And again, he's still not in the right direction.
Now, at this point, he's going to check the raft spot. And the thing that's going to be really interesting here is once he checks this raft spot and realizes that there's no level, is he going to go back into 7 to dig for the recorder that he knows is there?
Boy, this is going to be very interesting, TGE. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but Czardia is in some trouble here, folks. Now, ooh, thinking he's got a clear path to the Triforce, finds out that he is old man blocked. Yeah, somebody in chat just pointed out something very chilling. He may be thinking that level 1 is recorder blocked with the lake back when we saw how level 5 needed the recorder because it was behind the vanilla level 7. Boy, oh boy. This could get ugly.
What do you mean get ugly? It's already ugly at this point.
Well, then this could get really, really ugly. Speaking of not so ugly, here's the red ring find by Digshake. He's happy about that, but he's definitely wants to find them silver arrows. That would make him ecstatic.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, this is just... I'm at a loss for words right now.
As am I.
Go ahead, chat. Make fun of me. I said it. Go ahead.
Why would the chat make fun of you for saying I'm at a loss for words?
Because TGE is finally being quiet. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I see. Well, and there's the Triforce pickup, the final Triforce pickup in level 5, so he could go to level 9 if he wants, but he's going to make some decisions. Does he go back to level 2? Does he go back to level 6? Or or does he go straight for level 9 and take the gamble? Of course, he doesn't know the situation that he's in. Right now, we know he's in really good shape because of the fact that Czardia can't find level 1. So let's see what he decides to do.
What Dig does know is that he hasn't found items in 7, 6, or 2. He did get the hint. I'm pretty sure he got the hint about the recorder in 5. I'm not sure. But it looks like he's going back to 2 right now to clear out that wizard room just because he was right here by it. He's going to be extremely disappointed, but I definitely agree with this right now. Once he finds the book, he's going to know that the last 2 items he hasn't found are raft and recorder. So then he won't be making a gamble anymore when he goes into 9. He will be 100% guaranteed to find the silvers there in 9.
Absolutely. The reason why I was bringing up the fact is he gamble out is he doesn't know the position that Czardia is in. For all he knows he could be in level 9 already. But we know right now Digshake's in really good shape.
Yeah, because he got the hint for 7, having the recorder, by going back here into 2, what Dig is going to do is he's either going to confirm the fact that he can just go into 9 by finding, either the heart container or the book or the silver arrows. If he finds the raft, then he has to choose whether he wants to gamble with the silvers being in 9 or in 6. But when he finds the book here, he's going to get the information he needs to be able to go into 9, knowing he has to search.
All right, so Digshake has 7 hearts down to 6.5 hearts now, and is going to go ahead and do the bomb strategy and takes away half of those blue wizards. He's got 3 more left to deal with. Just 1 more left to deal with now. Finds that book, and yeah, he is not happy. He is furious about the fact that he went back to level 2, that there's just a book there, nothing doing, he's out of there.
Yeah, and again, Czardia entering every cave but the one he needs to, because he entered the wood, this cave where they found the wood sword cave right at the beginning of the game. Again, entering every cave but that one he needs to enter.
Oh, this is just disheartening to see on Czardia. I can't believe what I'm seeing here, TGE. He was just right there in this race, right behind Digshake's heels, and now the fact that he couldn't find level 1, it's looking like it's going to end up costing him in this race. I mean, again, level 9 being the great equalizer that it is, because he's going to have to find silver arrows, but this hurts.
This is really, really bad. Czardia heading back in the right. No! Don't go up!
Yeah, you can't go up from there. And now we have Digshake making his exploration of level 9. Now he has the white sword. Now, one thing to consider, he only has 8 hearts. He is a good player, and he does have red ring, but I wouldn't feel all that comfortable going into level 9 with just 8 hearts. I don't care if you have a red ring. 8 hearts isn't that much.
No, but having the blue potion does make things a little bit easier. And Digshake opting to go with the strategy that I see a lot of players employ when they are looking for the arrows here in level 9, and that is take every staircase you see. However, this staircase opts to be a troll staircase.
It is a dead end, and now he's out of bombs. That's an issue.
And Czardia now, it looks like Czardia is going back to 7 to find the recorder, because based on not entering the start cave, I think he's come to the conclusion that 1's under the lake.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad, folks.
Yeah, but the one thing that Czardia does have going for him right now was that Digshake was out of bombs. He's now back up to 4, but still.
And yep, we see that Digshake is going to level 7 to find that recorder, and oh my goodness, the pain. The pain. Can we get a timestamp, please? One more, please. Okay, we should be good. Thank you.
Yeah, so Digshake now with a half a heart left as he continues his exploration in 9, whereas Czardia is, again, going through 7. This is...
Yeah, this is painful. All right, so now that we've got the time sinks back together, making another attempt at level 9 is Digshake, and yeah, these silver arrows are going to be elusive.
Thankfully, he finds the item right away here in 7, so it's not going to cost him too much time. Problem is, it's still going to cost him more time than he can care to take. Because once he finds this, he's going to go into the Deadwoods, he's going to play the melody, he's going to realize that it's not there, so then he's going to have to go back and check all of the other caves that he hasn't checked. So hopefully he just starts with a cave on the start screen.
Yep, so if he does that logic, TGE, then yeah, he would be in good shape. And yep, that's what he's going to do right now. He's going to make a play for vanilla level 7, blow the recorder, but he's going to find there's nothing there. Okay, so if Digshake finds Ganon, he's going to be looking for the roar. If he hears the roar, that means Ganon is in an adjacent room to the north, south, east, or west. If he does find Ganon, he won't be able to do anything because he needs those silver arrows to kill Ganon. But also what he's going to be wanting to look for in his quest for the silver arrows is a single shutter door room. If he defeats all the enemies in a room that's got just a single shutter, and that shutter doesn't open, then he knows the location of Zelda. And there's just some money there behind vanilla level 7, and now Czardia's got to be thinking to himself, where am I? What have I mismarked on my map?
Yeah, this is crazy. There we go. There we go. Finally going into level 1.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Yep, a sigh of relief, I'll bet, in Czardia's face, but it got to be thinking at the same time, oh no, this may have cost me the race. However, the good news is if Czardia can find these items quickly, he'll still have a chance to win this race because right now Digshake is not having much fun at level 9 at the moment.
Yeah, Czardia opting to go in and try and take some rupees, then realizing, wait, I don't need any of these rupees. I just need to go in, find the bow, potentially find these silver arrows, and get the Triforce and get out of here.
Now, he's got to be careful. This is not the easiest enemy set. He's down to 2.5 hearts, and now he's in this NSU room, gets through that no problem. He needs to know which rooms have the drops and get those. So, here we go.
At this point, I think he's just blitzkrieging to try and find the diamond staircase room and come across the drop when he gets it.
And oh shoot, the vertical shoot room has been discovered by Digshake, and again, he's out of bombs.
That's why he's up to try and kill that orange wizard there, then thinks better about it.
Looks like he's found the location of Ganon as well, according to what Mike Stone says. I have his stream on mute, so if that's what he says, if that's the case, then all we would have to do is find Zelda and the silver arrows, and he'll be a winner.
I have got his stream on volume here, and unfortunately, I'm not hearing anything. But his sound is also very, very low.
I guess we'll find out when we find out, Rick. I did it again! What the heck? It's 11:17 TGE.
No excuses. It's 12:18 for me.
Well, I don't know.
Czardia, go. Czardia walking into Lord Banana's, inferior cousin's room.
Well, picks up the Triforce here. Now, while we were having that discussion, wow, these bees that are surrounding that patch, they're going all over the place now.
Yeah, this is all kinds of crazy on Dig's side.
This entire race has been crazy, TGE.
Go home, Patre. You're drunk.
Yeah, the one too many drinks for this patch right here. Let's see what's behind Reverse C. Nope, not the silver arrows. I was thinking about that because, yeah, during a race where silver arrows need to be required, they were behind Reverse C, but Reverse C not proving to be lucky this time. And we're getting confirmation that Czardia did pick up the bow, so now he's going to make his way toward level 9, and I'm telling you what, yeah, he did pick up the Triforce in level 1. Oh, he finds one of the item rooms, unfortunately the wrong one! Oh, that hurts.
It does. It does. And Dig often, not even bother picking up the heart container there.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. He is a skilled enough player that he can just continue on with his 8 hearts. Czardia, however, does have the bow, does have the Triforce level 1. He's going to make his way to level 9. Folks, we've got ourselves a race. Hold on to your hats. Digshake has found the map.
I always love it when the runners find the map in level 9. It makes things so much easier.
Yep, and in this case, I can definitely read his outlay for where he is. He's currently on the western side of the skull. So it's all going to come down to this. If Czardia makes the right lucky decisions, makes the right lucky turns, finds the silver arrows before Digshake does, and then finds all the passageways to Zelda and Ganon, despite his shortcomings in not finding level 1, he's going to snipe this race away from Digshake. So,
yeah, but point of fact there, both runners do know where Zelda is, because as you saw on Zardia's side, it is in that diamond staircase room that leads to the reverse C with Patra. So Zelda has been found.
Now it's a race for the silver rupees and Ganon. So, wow, my goodness gracious. And we're getting confirmation. Oh, and he's going to find that same heart container. He's going to go enough to pick it up to get the extra health. What do you think about this play?
I 100% agree with it there. You found it there, you might as well take it. Putting you at 10 hearts as opposed to 9, it's going to make your survivability just that much better. And who knows, it might come down to one of those one-heart deals.
And not only that, I think it's starting to look like it could be like a single or double magical staircase to find those silver arrows. My goodness gracious, we've got ourselves a race. I'm loving this. Czardia making his way to the oh shoot room, but he gets caught by those pancakes. Yeah, I see what you put there in chat, TGE. To be fair, I did watch a lot of John Madden football games, and then I had a couple of John Madden games as well. So, what are you going to do?
And now just think about this. Had Czardia actually gone into level 1 right when he should have gone into level 1 and not lost it, he'd be potentially 5 minutes ahead searching through this level 9.
Absolutely right. And those 5 minutes could end up being the factor.
But speaking of factors here, Digshake out of bombs yet again.
Yeah, this is the bombs. One of these two is going to be a factor in who's going to win or lose. If Digshake loses, it's going to be the fact that he ran out of bombs. And if Czardia loses, obviously it's the fact that he couldn't find level 1. Now, he didn't
Land Mola being very generous with that fairy there.
Now remember, he didn't take reverse C the first time, and now Digshake opts to take reverse C this time. This may be where he needs to go to find what he needs.
No, that's just going to lead him right back to Zelda, so he's now going to take a different staircase.
Oh boy, how we all forget. Yep, and we see that shutter door to the right didn't open. Yep, definitely where Zelda is, so he's got to find the silver. This is what the race is about.
Digshake also on half a heart strats here.
Now, does he still have his blue potion, or did he drink that?
I think he still has it.
Now, he's going to check this staircase here, but it's another corridor.
This room that Czardia is in, remember how we were saying at the beginning of this that the 6 blue Wizrobe fight is probably the worst encounter in the game? That's probably one of the worst rooms to find the 6 blue Wizrobe encounter in, is that weird, funky block room.
Yeah, the maze block room. I think some people like to call it the maze block room. And Czardia went ahead and up an A. He's going to try a different path.
Chat yelling at me that Dig did consume his potion, so he is getting a very lucky fairy drop there. And yeah, going back into the menu, can confirm he did in fact drink his potion.
Yep. So, and remember, he did not pick up the letter either, so he's going to be doing the rest of level 9 without a potion.
Yeah, that's right. Chad reminding us that he drank it when Patra went nuts in the reverse C room.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I was so fixated on what Patra was doing. I'm like, what is going on here? And didn't realize he had drank the last of his Kool-Aid. Czardia is in the south-central part of the skull. He's going to try and bomb north where that Patra is, and can do so. Now, he still has 2 potions left to Czardia.
So what you're saying was Patra was being a menace to South Central while Czardia should be drinking his juice?
Yes. We're going to nail all the references tonight before we're done. Ooh, so now he sees that same reverse C that we've already seen, and we know there's nothing of interest there.
Yeah. I only say that because Czardia is on 1 heart strat, so that's why I said he should have been drinking the juice there, because he probably should be drinking the potion, especially at half heart, unless he's trying to save it for Ganon.
It's probably... Oh, look at this! Digshake has found the correct staircase!
So that is 2/3 of the puzzle now solved for Digshake. He knows where Zelda is, and he's got the silver arrow, so now he just has to find the pig.
And we're getting a lot of confirmation that he already knows the location of Ganon. He just needs to get there now. Now, considering that they both have a white sword, it is going to require 8 hits to defeat Ganon, and if Ganon is being really trolly, or if he is in a really bad room, like, say, the Chevy room, this fight could get interesting, even with a red ring.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, though, because Digshake's going to be going in with not a whole lot of health available to him.
That's right. The only way he could get more health is if he gets a potion. Again, he's got no letter, so he's going to be out of luck in that department. And here's Ganon right here in the single river room, so that's a fairly easy room. And he's got that stun lock on him. 4,
That's
5,
huge for Dig
6,
right there.
7, 8. Great fight there for Digshake. So that is going to make him a winner. All he's got to do is go back to where Reverse C was, where that diamond staircase was, finding Zelda, and that race will be his.
Yep, because all he's going to do, once he's guaranteed to grab the Triforce up A, make his way back to where he knows that Zelda is, because it's fastest to get there from up A, and that's going to be it.
But one thing I want to mention, you don't want to up an A at the wrong time, because if you do, you're going to create a soft block that's going to make it impossible to win. Could you explain that?
Yeah, basically what happens is you up an A after you grab the Triforce, before you see the doors open in the room, you'll create a scenario where the game thinks you've defeated Ganon but not grabbed the Triforce. So you can know exactly where Zelda is, but her room won't actually open for you.
Yep. But there it is. Zelda has been found. Digshake is your winner. He's going to move on to the next round to face off against when Chuck attacks. His time is 84 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yep, and now Czardia is making his way into the room where we are going to find these silver arrows.
Yep, so, he's going to find the silver arrows, but, oh man, this race could have been his if he did not have the problem with level 1. And there he sees the discovery of the silver arrows, so he can go ahead, defeat Ganon, and then find Zelda, and he can finish the seed off. My goodness gracious, wow. Level 1 not being found, not being marked on his map, is going to prove to be Czardia's undoing for this race.
And now, of course, the big question for Czardia here is, how do I get into Ganon's room?
Oh, that's right. I'm guessing he does not know the way to Ganon, unlike Digshake did. All right, we have Digshake here in the commentator's booth. Hey, Digshake, congratulations on your victory. You're going to continue on in this tournament. Well done.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So, boy, this was a really tough seed.
Right,
I mean, this is
Digshake
definitely
here in
not
the
one of the faster
commentator's
seeds we've
Hey,
seen in
Digshake,
this tournament so
congratulations
far.
on your
Go
victory.
over
You're
this
gonna
seed with
continue
us.
on in this
What did
tournament.
you
Well
find
done.
really difficult, other than that trolley level 2 with those dang Wizrobes?
Yeah, I mean, level 2 kind of sucked, but it turns out that you could have actually just YOLO'd it and got the triangle and left without worrying about it. So I don't know. I don't think I played it that well, to be perfectly honest. I think I think I nearly full cleared the overworld. I spent way too much time at level 2. It was just not a very well. I cleared most at 9 too. It was just not a well played seed. But
Well, fortunately for you, you actually would have lost this seed if Czardia didn't lose the way to level 1. He had failed to mark that on his map, and he spent a lot of time looking for level 1 after completing the other levels. If that would have happened, yes, then it would have been your undoing.
yeah, well, that's too bad. I was sitting there kind of surprised that I was still in this. I was fully expecting to get sniped, to be perfectly honest with you. So that I can certainly sympathize when you see something on the first screen like that. It's easy to forget that it's there.
What was your strategy in level 9? Because you were not in the greatest of shape bomb wise.
No, I wasn't. Well, I was using bombs like I had 20 of them, but I only had like 3. So that was maybe my biggest mistake in 9 was not considering bombs. But it was my strategy, I guess, was just try and cover as many rooms as possible. I just happened to go the wrong way. If I would have gone up instead of going west, I would have found the silver arrows a lot sooner. So.
That's what makes level 9 the great equalizer. You have to make those decisions, and sometimes you make the right decisions, you get lucky, and sometimes you don't. But fortunately for you in this case, it did not prove to be your undoing. You were the winner of this race. You're moving on to the next round to face off against when Chuck attacks. So give us a little bit of insight on what you're looking forward to in your next matchup.
And real quick before you answer that, I do just want to point out that Czardia has destroyed Ganon, and he is now on the hunt for Princess Zelda.
Oh,
He
okay.
knows. Well, he knows where he is already. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't up an 8 at this point.
Yeah, so not far behind me at all. Yeah, that's too bad he lost level 1. That's a real shame. But
Yep.
Looking forward to racing Chuck. I don't know much about Chuck, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's randomizer. It's fun. That's what we're all here for. So it should be a good race.
Got any questions, TG? Because I actually don't have too many other questions for Digshake. He played a really, really good race. I mean, this was a really trolly seed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really don't have any too many questions here. The one big one that I had, of course, was the one you mentioned about the Wizrobes in level 2.
And now Czardia has completed his race, has rescued Princess Zelda in a time of a little bit under 90 minutes. So the difference, it was pretty close. Let me take a look here quick.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, which give or take was about 5 to 10 minutes. Remember that range was the time he did spend looking for level 1.
Yep, that ended up costing him the race. Yeah, about 5 minutes. So, yeah, if he wouldn't have spent that time looking for level 1, yes, he'd have sniped you there, Digshake.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's randomizer. Sometimes you just gotta get lucky. So
Exactly. That's the nature of it. You got to get lucky sometimes to win. And again, level 9, doesn't matter who you are in level 9. Level 9 is the great equalizer. Would have been the case had level 1 not trolled Czardia. But again, that's the nature of the Zelda randomizer. So congratulations again, Digshake. Moving on to the next round.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and thanks for all your commentary, and thanks, J-Lo, for doing the restream tonight.
Yep, you're welcome, and enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll see you again later on in the tournament.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.